Who's that girl? Na 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 na. She's a seer. Na 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 na. Hi, soul seekers. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Desire. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for all the love and support. It is greatly appreciated. It never goes unnoticed. Alright, you guys, thank you so much. So we're going to jump right into this reading and see what the messages are for you all at this time. Show me clearly, please, and thank you, Father. All praises to you, Father. Alright, you guys, so we have the Ten of Cups here and the Two of Swords. I know, like, the light is not that bright. It's because I don't want the big light on, but I'll show them to you. The Ten of Cups here, the Two of Swords, the Hanged One, and the World card here. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles here. Alright, so let's see what is going on here, Father. Show me clearly. Okay, so for some of you, you may be battling like a lot of emotions. It's like the weight of the world type of an energy that is present. I'm hearing amongst humanity, especially with this World card, the Hanged One, Two of Swords. And this energy is very heavy because there's a purging, there's a release, there's a shift that's occurring. But many people do not know how to handle this heaviness, this weight. It's a lot of people who need guidance, who needs clarity. This could be like a very sad time for people. Alright, this could be a very sad time for you. I'm just getting like humanity overall. But there's a shift that's occurring for the greater good. And there is promise. This is, I'm getting like promised land energy here. There's a promise that occurs after the shift, or a promise is taking place, which is why this shift must happen. And you guys know, like with purging, especially as human beings, that's heavy emotions, thoughts, energy, release. Some of you definitely need to do a cord cutting ceremony. They do not want me to get this out. You need to do a cord cutting ceremony. Very simple. You write down whatever it is, whoever it is, why, how it feels, how does it come to you, what does it make you want to do and think. And there's a heavy demonic possession that's present, but I'm getting it's coming from within. It's internal. And you may not realize the battle, or you may think it's something that you have no control over because it's self-produced. You do have control over it. You can change it. You can cut this energy away from you. It's a dis-ease. It's a possession. There is a higher perspective. There is a higher reality in this world. So I'm connecting with people currently, or you could be connected to someone in your family, co-workers, someone in your environment, to my light workers, to my earth angels, to my healers out here. This could be an energy that's roaming rampant in your environment. If it's not within you yourself, for some of you this is a personal battle. Alright, and you will overcome it. You will overcome it. You found me for a reason. My channel was placed in your timeline for a reason. You're going to be okay. And with this information, just promise me and promise yourself and promise humanity, promise God that when you survive this, and you will, you're not here for no reason. When you survive this, you go out and you produce. You help people survive this too. Because this is simply, everyone goes through this. I feel like I definitely have been here so many times. But even when I was there, like the heavy emotions, the negative thoughts, and I mentioned this in a previous reading recently, I've definitely battled the spiritual possession of suicide. I definitely have. But even when I was battling, the spirit of suicide, I knew that it was a battle. Like, I knew I was not going to succumb to the thoughts, but I would like just sit with it. Like, I wonder, like, what is this? You guys, I'm a utilitarian, okay? And I read you guys' comments. I think that AI comment is so funny. Shit. We never know, do we? But it's like, I sit with things. Like, I just study things. I study emotions. I study frequencies. I study spirits and everything like that. I've definitely battled with the spirit of suicide. And I would let myself, like, go so deep. And I'm like, okay, this is a game. I can call myself out of this. All I have to do is say this or shift my energy there, or I can clearly see that this is something that's attached that can be removed. So many people do not know that they possess that power. So many people have not accessed that power. So many people have not done the work to detach, to heal, to be able to refrain and reconstruct themselves. This is a process. Nothing happens overnight. So you're definitely here for a reason. So with that, and I just brought up myself in particular because it is a real thing. But once I like really sat in it, I'm like, this is very real. But I feel like it's something that's trying to have control over me. I always knew that. I just always internally knew that. No matter how dark it got for me, it was more of, let's hurry up and like, let's sit with this darkness and pull me out of it. Like, okay, pull me out of it now, because I know that this is not my reality. A lot of people don't know that, especially when it's you feel like it's self-produced, because it's an attachment. And a lot of people do not know anything about attachments. That's why people like myself are coming to the forefront and sharing the knowledge that we know. All right? It's an attachment. It's a possession. Everything here is spirits. Everything. You are a spirit. What are you attached to? You're a vessel. Okay? The people in your family, the people around you, everything is spirit. Everything is energy. You can call this off of you. Life is but a dream. You will eventually reach a level of consciousness and awareness to see like this is a game and you are in control of it. And just like my heart, every part of me goes out to individuals who did not realize the game that they're playing and the role that they have, the power, the control that they have over this game of life. Okay? Every part of me goes out to people where it was self-inflicted, especially because this is what this message is about. All right? I feel like heavily this is about self-harm, whether this is you directly, someone that you're connected to, or people that's around you. And let's say like a neighborhood, because I'm being given an example of a neighborhood, and it's like you don't know all the neighbors, all the people on all the blocks around you. Something about a 10-mile radius. Okay, so your energy may be that potent where it can emanate 10 miles outward. Okay, so this 10-mile radius, okay, you understand that you are a vessel. Once you realize that this is a game of life and you control it, please, again, promise me that you will take this information, take this knowledge, and go and emanate it out. Spread awareness. Make it a point to become more in alignment with spirits. Okay? Spirits. Okay? Learn spirits, learn energy, learn how to discern and pick up, learn how to read your atmosphere, and how you transmute energy, how it is emanated outwardly. It doesn't have to look like you going door to door, having these personal in-depth conversations with all of these troubled people around you. It looks like you going out with intentions. It looks like you going out with like awareness and literally consciously and energetically pushing this energy out. And it will eventually reach a point where if there are certain people that you're meant to cross paths with on a deeper level or more intimate level, then that will happen. But your main focus past this obstacle, this is simply an obstacle. This is not the end of the world. This is not the end of your world. It doesn't have to be. Self-induced harm is not, it does not ever have to be the answer, okay? But it's free will that exists here. But just because we have free will, does not mean that every choice that we make is the right one, all right? You were brought here for a reason. And it's like succumbing to those thoughts, those spirits, allowing that to overpower you to the point where you actually do it, you actually self-inflict. It's just like, what a waste. What a waste. Truly, respectfully, humbly, like truly on a level of unconditional love. What a waste for you to do something like that to yourself. Because look at the opposite. Look at the ability you have. Look at the transformation that you possess. Why would you settle for that? Why would you settle for an afterlife that you're gonna reincarnate? You have to. You have to, because that's a soul lesson. Like, that's very low vibrational. It's very depleting. Yes, it's free will, but that doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's right. Okay? And just like, why do that when you can just do this? You're here, and if you hate it so much here, why would you do something that would put yourself right back into the return line? Like, you're coming back. You have to. Or you can learn this and understand that this is a game that's called life, and you are the controller of your game. It's yours. These spirits, these energies, they came to play. You let them, like, okay, that's like the best way I guess that was me playing with the spirit of like suicide and not really realizing it, but at the same time knowing it, like, this is crazy, like, this is wild, like, I really feel like I'm really thinking this, like, I really, like, wow. But I always had the ability to reframe myself. So I was like studying myself, but one of my spirit guys just told me, like, I was just playing with the spirit of suicide. But many of you do not know that they're playing with you. They came to dance. You can decline the invitation. And the best way to do that is to consciously sit with that energy and understand that you are battling that energy. The energy is there to challenge you. The energy is there to have fun with you. Understand, these are spirits, these are demons. All they do is feed. All they do is manipulate. All they do is come to kill, steal, and destroy, to play with you. That statement, what is it, an idle mind, a quiet mind, a mind that's not doing anything productive, basically, is the devil's playground, truly. Or a stilled mind can be connected to divinity and power. Start calling upon God. First, identify who your God is. God in the highest creation, the ultimate existence, is two different things. It's two different frequencies. It's two different levels of consciousness. There's an ultimate creation of all things, which is the universe. Then you have God, gods and goddesses, many. We do not all come from the same creation. We do not all come from the same lineage. It's asinine to continue to think that we come from the same creator. If we came from the same creator, why is there so much indifference? So this requires you to remove the rose-colored glasses, or remove the conditionings, the manipulation, the programming, remove all of the layers. It requires for you to be willing to let go of everything that you believe is truth in order to discover your truth. Everyone's truth is individual. So this starts with you accepting that. Where do you come from? Where does your family come from? Literally. Where on the map? What country? What city? What town? What location? You start there. And then you study that place. What do they eat? What type of music do they listen to? What are their beliefs? Not the conditioned religion belief. What was practiced? What was the spiritual practices? What was the ancient practices? I'm connecting with people where you don't know this, and you're going to learn this for the first time, or you have been thinking this or pondering this, or you do know this, and I'm just reinforcing that truth. I'm connected with energies where it's time for you to come away from the religious, dogmatic programming and thinking, okay? And if you're not ready for that, but if you are battling this spirit of suicide, trust me, every part of you is begging you to release, to be willing to see life in a different perspective. For many of you, if you are still under the religious like chains and bonds and conditionings and programming, and you are battling that spirit of suicide, and you've given yourself to an organization, a church, a religious structure, you have proclaimed, you have to understand, let's say it is Christianity, or I don't know, I'm hearing Buddhism. I don't want to get that deep into it because that's not my mission, that's not my agenda. But you know what you practice, or what your family practice. For many of you, you may not consider yourself religious, but your family was attached to it. So I'll speak on like Christianity and like baptism, which is another form of Christianity. It's like I'll speak on that because that's what was forced upon my lineage. Many of us. Understanding, like taking that title, adhering, like taking that oath, or becoming a part of like that covenant, you have no idea how many spirits, what energies, what battles already exist in that. Claiming that, like, let's say, like, I'm a Christian, I'm a Baptist, this, that, and the third. Okay, but do you know what that really means? Do you know what that really looks like? Do you know the true history of that? What it really produced? What it does? And for many of you, this is where you are, or you were at some point, or you're going to get to this point of that internal battle. What am I connected to truly? What have I really allowed and accepted and invited into my energy? Into my space, into my mind, my body, my spirit. Alright? And for many of you, you're at that point, like you're at the what the fuck point, on your last leg. For some of you, it's like you could be hours or days away from making a horrible decision to self-inflict, or this is energy around you. If this is energy around you and you feel like you know who this person is and you have direct access to this person, or something, naturally pray for an organic connection. Pray for an organic encounter with this person. For those of you, this is very specific. For those of you where you know this person, but you may not even know this person's going through something. And if this is a person who still has permission and access back into your life, pray for an organic connection, or an organic reconciliation or reunion. If so-and-so is meant to cross paths with me again, if I'm meant to help them release this stronghold, I pray for an opportunity where that can organically happen. I pray that this man or woman is open to receiving the knowledge, and I pray that this man or woman is open to changing the way that they view life, change the way that they've been conditioned. Something like that for some of you, because you may know this person directly. Others of you, I feel like this could be you for sure. Or it will come a point where you reach this level and you need this information. So again, the first steps to getting this energy off of you and to like taking your path, your initiation to who you really are, the basis, the best way is to literally study where you come from. Study the ancient practices, because Christianity was never the first form, or religion. I can only speak on Christianity truly, but I feel like every religion came after a practice that pre-existed. I truly feel like religion, no matter what it is there to confine and control you and limit your mind. That's just my belief, and that's my experience. If it's not your truth, it's not your truth. But I know that it is no one is supposed to get to this point where they succumb to a spirit. No one is supposed to get to this point where they are so unaware mentally, spiritually, energetically, that they allow another spirit to overcome them to the point of, I don't even know, to the point of self-destruction, yes, but that's such a huge karmic debt on a soul level, because it's like you basically jumped out of the game before it was time. Like your soul knows what it's here to do. Your soul knows how long it's supposed to experience this game of life, and you self-inflicting, you succumbing to the spirit of suicide is like, whatever, fuck the game. What do every game do when you jump out or something? It restarts, doesn't it? It's the same thing. So again, those of you where you hate it here that much, Just like, why would you do something that's for sure going to put you right back here? Learn this shit now. Transmute it. Understand. Go and discover yourself wherever you come from. Study the spirits. Study the practices that predated whatever religion you come from. Because I guarantee you it was a spiritual practice before it was forced into religion. Alright? Because, again, this is who you become. This is who you really are. The King or the Queen of Pentacles. A life giver, a life bearer, a protector of life. There's so much here for you. And this is an individual job. And that's why I've said it a few times. I don't like to say it because it sounds pretty harsh, but it's the truth. There's no such thing as world peace. The only thing that is true is self-discovery, self-peace. And once everyone reaches that on a soul level, then naturally the world will experience peace. Okay? There's no huge shift. There's no coming of. There's no... This new age of humanity is talking about what you produce from within. And what you are within, what you embody, is what you manifest. It's an individual job. It's not a one-size-fits-all. And once people realize that, but it starts here, realizing the power that you have, truly, before it's too late. Don't jump out of the game. Do not allow anyone or anything to cause you to not go where your soul is calling you to go. Alright? And for many of you, this is like the Princess of Wands. This is the very beginning stage. You have the power. Alright. I'm getting a lot right now, and I'm just trying to filter through what I want to put in this message because it can go in a whole nother direction. Ten of Swords here, the Prince of Pentacles, and then the Star card. Yeah. This, and when those of you who are on this journey now, and there will be more to come, each one teach one, go back and reach one. This is something that's going to spread like a wildfire. But I'm also hearing wildflowers, okay? Fires turning into flowers. I'm hearing that song, we didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Yeah. It's always been here. These spirits will always be here. Knowledge is here too. Knowledge and power is here too. So, yeah. Each one teach one, go back and reach one. And this will spread. That's the beauty of the internet. Okay? That's why if you ever heard, like, some people consider the internet the Antichrist. Okay? That's the beauty of it. You connect. I don't know where you are from. I don't know, like, but there's so much that you're going to discover just from being here. Alright? And take this information and, you know, really learn. Go experience life and then go and tell your story. Then you become a testament to life. Okay? We're all supposed to be a king and queen of pentacles to each other. We're all supposed to be able to nurture, to uplift, to inspire, near or far. It's an energy. We are energy. We're just contained in individual vessels. Okay? But we're all connected ultimately. Our vessel is what separates us. Prince of Wands here. Five of Wands. The Chariot. Five of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Yeah. This message definitely is going to uplift you. It's going to give you that spark. It's going to give you that enlightenment. It's going to give you maybe fresh information, fresh energy, fresh knowledge, however it comes to you. It's going to definitely pull you out of this sunken place. And that's why it's so important for you to live in your truth. Because if I didn't, even like literally recording this message, because I was over it. I was over it. But I was still too three-dimensional. And I have to remember, I'm not a three-dimensional being at all. And I'm like getting back into like separating myself from like a certain level of consciousness. But I have to exist in that level of consciousness in order to like learn what's going on, to teach and to guide. Like I have to study a situation before I can become a teacher. But it's like pulling myself back out of that frequency, because the reading I recorded, and it's the same energy, it's just from a higher perspective, like it's supposed to be. And I was like so annoyed. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like this is like absolutely not. So I stopped the reading, went and smoked, went into my meditative state, received a profound message, and like, okay. So this is definitely going to shift consciousness, and as you all take your journey individually, no matter how many years it takes, okay, you are already, okay? You were born with value. You have to remember that. And how do you remember that? I've already talked about it in this whole reading. You have to remember that. How do you discover that? How do you take power? It's already been discussed here. Once you remember that, you are the key player. You are the most powerful piece here, individually. You are the most powerful player here. Realize that. Take ownership of that. Understand this is just a spirit that came to play with you. You control when the fucking game is over. You take your power back. Understand that this is a spiritual possession. Study your lineage. And those of you where you still have elders and ancestors, I mean, not ancestors, but elders, people like you have grandparents and great-grandparents and so on, pry them for information. Get what you can out of them as far as like wisdom and information, and apply that to your journey. I talk to people, I connect with people, and I'm so thankful for it, all over the world. I know my videos are dubbed, and I know that's something that's like, it's selected. It's not, everyone doesn't have an opportunity to have their videos dubbed, their content dubbed. My content is dubbed for a reason, because I'm meant to reach people across the world. That's not every content creator doesn't have that option to have it's something that's chosen. It's by an algorithm. Okay, so for those of you, I don't know where you are, but I know I connect with people across the world. Study. Where do you come from? What was the practices? Apply that. Start inviting, and always call upon the highest spirits of wherever you come from, because they both exist. Okay, always only call on the highest, lightest spirits. Ask them, invite them into your mind. Ask them to help you discover who you are. And as you discover who you are individually, you can show up in the world again. Okay, that's really what this is. Overcoming this, taking control, setting yourself free. And once you set yourself free, mind, body, and spirit, like, it's what else is holding you back? That's why the reading started out as the 10 of Cups. Because this is what the reality is. This is what your reality could be. This is what your soul will continue to reincarnate and try to achieve. So it would behoove you to get on board now. It would serve you greatly to take control now. It ain't nothing but a spirit. And those of you where you've been battling with this your whole life, it's safe. If it is those of you who have been battling with this your whole life, and for many have, it's safe to say that this is a spiritual possession. It's a generational stronghold. It's a demon. It's a demon. You have the ability, you're learning the knowledge to turn it into power. Call this shit off of you. And it's like literally on to the next. Even when that energy creeps back around, I just look at it like a fucking nuisance. Like, go away. Like, I'm not playing with you today. Like, please. Like, you already know. Like, I'm not gonna succumb to your demonic, pestilent ass. It's a spirit. Cuss it out, throw it out, kick it out, do whatever you have to do. But yes, take your power back, okay? It's yours. Set yourself free. You are so free to choose that you can choose your own demise. Yes, you can choose to self-destruct. Where is that going to get you besides right back into the returning line? You're going to come back here. Your soul was not done. Your soul is on a mission. It's a mission of consciousness to uplift humanity. Because you're going to leave once you reach the 10 of Pentacles in your lifetime. Or not the 10 of Pentacles, but the 10 of Cups. Once you reach this level on a soul, once you reach this level internally in a lifetime, you leave an energy signature. You leave a mark. This is generational. This is the inheritance. This is the legacy. This is what's meant to be passed on. All right. So let's see. Yeah, the Tower. This is divine intervention, divine orchestration playing out through different circumstances, through people like myself, through life events, through people like yourself. The Tower here, and then the Three of Cups. Yes, literally. Dismantle this fucking. It's a spirit. It's a little fucking demon. It's a possession. It's an attachment. Three of Cups here in the Tower. It's really that simple. And once you get there, because this could be where you are, the Four of Cups. So many people. Test my theory. I guarantee you, those of you who are battling this, you're either so heavily connected and controlled by some type of a religious structure, you're too afraid to even ask God. You in that type of a bondage, fear, don't question God, some shit like that. Like, what do you mean? Why wouldn't you be able to question where you come from? Why would whatever God truly is force you to be ignorant? That doesn't sound like something that loves you. That sounds like control and domination. I'm just saying. The King of Pentacles to the Moon. It's like you don't even know where to start. I'm telling you where to start. Give it a try. I promise you. You will see results. You will. And those of you who are in such a desperate space spiritually, like you really are, like you're there, Divine Holy Spirit is not going to allow you to dwindle there. You have to invite these spirits in. Everything is an invitation. Even that spirit of suicide. You invited it in somehow, some way. Possibly through a low vibrational connection. A toxic lover that you couldn't let go of, who had the attachment onto them. They got it from their mama. They had sex with you. You got it. You got it from your mom. You got it from your dad. It's something that was invited into your vessel. Whether you know it or not. Through the music, the food, the influences. The lifestyle. The friends you're around, the bottles you pass around, everything is exchangeable. And this energy, that's how it got attached to you. One of these ways, many ways, but you can call it off of you. You can. All right. And those of you where you're at like literally the breaking point, like days or hours away from like doing something that you will ultimately regret. Because your vessel isn't here, your consciousness doesn't change. You're still fully aware of what you just did. You just don't have a vessel to change it. You don't just be set free to like blissed. You don't go to a state of like there's nothing anymore. No, you go to a state of purgatory because your consciousness is your consciousness. This is just the body that your consciousness is utilizing right now. If you self-induce or self-inflict self-harm, however you say it, once you like lose your body, it's like fuck, now what? Now your ass gotta reincarnate. Now you gotta go be a baby again. Now you gotta go through all that shit again. And you're gonna lose your way again, and you're gonna have to discover it again. But the whole time your consciousness knows this. And it's just like your consciousness, the higher part of yourself, is going to exist forever. So it's like, okay, have fun down there again. So just take all of that into consideration. Life is a game, truly. It's so much a game, they literally created a game called life. Ace of Cups, that's your consciousness. That's your higher self. That's the part of you that will always be. That's the part of you that's connected to the part of me, that's connected to the part of them, they, him, everyone. Alright? So that is your message. Yes, the Hermit. That is your message. I feel so much better to deliver this than that shit that I was getting. So allow life to like show you. Alright? I'm sending you all mana, love, and light. And until next time, namaste.